Good evening, everyone.
No problem.
Let me introduce Dr. T P Rao, Tirtham Rao, the Managing Director of Taiyo Kagaku India Private Limited. It's a Japanese company who have been the, what you can say, the innovators of partially hydrolyzed guar gum fiber. The man behind developing the partially hydrolyzed guar gum fiber is going to share his highlights of how this product is totally different from the other fibers what you people have been using, and how this can benefit a lot of health benefits which we have been talking about so long. I hand over to Dr. Rao, who will take over again.
Thank you, Swaminathan, and thank you, the organizers, and thank you to the all the members and the panel members. Thank you. I understand all of you are so hungry and having your lunch now, having a wonderful time. But please continue your lunch and just give a ear to my lecture. Okay, so since I have to catch a flight at 6 o'clock, I don't have much time, but I try to my best to educate you a little bit more about our product and how it is helpful in the gut health. And from yesterday and today also, we have listening a lot of lectures about the gut and how it is important in our body and system and in our health. But at the same time, we have to also think how to keep our gut healthy. So that is very important to make the gut functional properly and to provide all the health benefits to us. Okay, today my lecture is mostly concentrated on the gut health, how we can make our gut healthy so that it can function properly. Can I have my slides, please? So meantime, I'm representing a company called Taiyo Kagaku India. So this is a Japanese company, 75 years old family company. I have been in Japan last 26 years. Last year I came back to India to look after Indian business as well as the factory. But I still continue on my global, lectures, attendance of so many seminars and conferences, and to teach, educate our customers about our product and everything. But this is the first time I have attended so many hundreds of conferences around the world. But the first time this conference, I see a lot of energetic presentations by, especially by the women people, and they were so energetic. I hope that energy is coming from the ozone. So I appreciate this Ozone Forum for giving me this opportunity to talk about our product. So gut health and PHGG. PHGG is the abbreviated word for partially hydrolyzed guar gum. Most of you know the guar gum. It's a thickener. It is highly viscous and all. And many people, and especially in India, at every home, people eat guar as a vegetable. And people from the ancient times, people know that it's good for gut and it's good for mineral absorption and good for keeping in good health. But because of its high viscosity, it's very hard to use as a soluble fiber. So what we made it is, we made it partially hydrolyzed so that it's completely, the viscosity part is gone. So you can use in any liquid, any food, any directly also. It doesn't, choke your throat or something. It's very completely soluble, no taste, no color, no flavor, nothing. So it can be incorporated in any food products or in as a supplement is globally selling. We are selling this product the last 30 years globally. And so that in 30 years, you can imagine how many studies have been done. Can you imagine? Just on one product, we have globally more than 150 clinical studies have been done, and much more clinical studies, normal animal studies are all been done on this product. So we have more than almost 700 studies, published studies on this product. So it gives, the studies have given that it covers all the health benefits. But today, my lecture is only focused on gut health, okay? Next slide, please. So we are all know already that from yesterday we are talking about the gut. So there is no need to tell again that gut is very important. But as you know, the gut is very important. At the same time, gut also, prone to be damaged because it is the only organ which exposed to the all environmental factor from our food or from our drinks or from the air, whatever it is, goes into the body. All the things goes to the gut. And gut is the only organ, internal organ, which exposed to the environmental factors. So it has to be protected. It has to be highly immune system. So in our body, so that it can prevent the absorption of any pathogens, diseases, or pollutants, or heavy metals, everything. So we have to keep the gut very healthy to keep ourselves healthy. So I'll just skip. So these are the gut, the defense mechanism, and gut immune system is depending on these 5 factors. So one is the defense line, good bacteria. The strength of good bacteria it has to be maintained. So if we face the dysphasia, dysbiosis, and the bad bacteria increases, naturally we'll fall ill. And second thing is a mucus layer on the epithelial layer of the gut system. So epithelial layer, there is a strong mucus layer. So it actually protects our gut system. If it becomes thin and the bacteria penetration into our internal system will increase. So the gut mucus system has to be protected and has to be well maintained. And there is so many other things which has to be maintained, like the tight junction and all the defense, immune defense cells, all this has to be done. So these 5 factors we have to maintain to keep our gut very healthy so that it can give you proper function, and also it gives you, it maintains your health. So this is the difference between bad gut and good health. Healthy gut environment, we have a tight junction is very good, and the mucus layer is very good, and good bacteria is high bacteria. If the gut system is broken and if leaky gut, so that either the mucus layer is lower, so the more bacteria can penetrate into our gut, into our internal system, and the dysbiosis can happen. So gut also known for, not only for the digestion or to immune itself, but also it has an axis, direct axis. Nowadays we are keep often talking about the gut-brain axis, and also gut-lung axis, gut-liver axis. So gut is connected, it's a central part. Next to the brain, gut is the central organ to control whole our body, not only immunity, but also neurological system, and it also control the function of other organs of the body. So in every aspect you look at, the gut plays a major role in our good health. So again, so gut, although everyone of us know that gut is very important, it's again in your hands whether to keep your gut healthy or bad. If you take these things, it can create problems and you will fall to the diseases. If you go other way around, so you will keep your gut system healthy so that you can be also healthy. So in this process, so how to keep this gut healthy? How we can make? You all know that gut is very important, and I also told you how the gut is important. But how we can keep our gut healthy? How it can be keep healthy to make it functional well? So there is we also talk about the probiotics. So probiotics is the live organisms which can also increase the good bacteria that can help. But at the same time, the ingestion of the probiotics, how much it function? Moreover, we are giving only 1 or 2 couple of strains which we know as a probiotics. But in gut system, there are millions of types of bacteria which are all functional. There are some are bacteria, bad ones, and some are good ones. So to develop the good bacterial growth, we need prebiotics. Prebiotics is more important than probiotic, I will tell you. Why? Because it is a food for the bacteria. The good bacteria, feed on the prebiotics, and so that they can produce more of the metabolites like starch and fatty acids, which are useful, which are functional for the gut health as well as our complete health. So improves the gut health and gut environment, especially pH control is mainly happens by if you take a proper dietary fibers, And the prebiotic effect supports the growth of the good bacteria so that we can prevent the dysbiosis. Support the production of starch and fatty acids, which are important for gut integrity. There are few starch and fatty acids, but not all the starch and fatty acids are good for gut. Only the butyrate, which is more important for gut health. So we have to select a fiber which produces more amount of butyrate. That means that fiber has to support the butyrate producing bacteria in our gut system. Then only the butyrate production will increase. So it can also help in gut healing, and there is any gut damage or in the lumen and all, it can also prevent. Improve the mucilage and improve the defense mechanism. Offer other health benefits like improvement of digestive health, liver health, kidney health, brain health, anti-aging effects, so on. So in this process, so we have found, so soluble fibers we are talking about, and many of the soluble fibers in the market. And today morning also people were talking about FOS, inulins, kind of things. But we are manufacturing a dietary fiber, soluble dietary fiber, which is unique among all the soluble fibers. Why it is unique, I will explain you in my next slides. So this is a brand name of our product, Sun Fiber, but in generic terms we call it partially hydrolyzed gum. And this product was invented by us almost 30 years ago, and since then we are widely selling globally, and more than 150 clinical studies have been conducted on this one, and there are many more studies have been done. So there is the galactomannan. This is structurally composed of galactomannans, mannose and galactose in 2:1 ratio. When other soluble fibers, they mostly glucose or fructose, the polysaccharides. This is unique in that sense. It's constituted of mannose and galactose. And it is all natural because it's coming from the guar seeds. It's a polysaccharide and water-soluble dietary fiber, colorless, odorless, and tasteless, so that you can incorporate anywhere. 100% guar galactomannan, no side effects, no bloating, no flatulence, no cramping, nothing. So why? Because I will explain also in the next slides. So these are other physical and chemical properties. So first of all, when we talk about the gut health or prebiotics, we have to talk about how it will increase how much it has gut health and prebiotic effects. So prebiotic effects means how this can help in increasing the good bacteria in our system. So our sun fiber, as many studies have shown clearly, that even per day 3 grams is just good enough to increase the good bacterial counts. And the uniqueness of our fiber is shown in this left slide. You can see this molecular distribution. So most of the fibers, that is inulin resistant, maltodextrin, resistant dextrin, polydextrose, all fall in one group here. Whereas the sun fiber PHGG falls differently because the PHGG is a medium-sized polysaccharide. So it is longer than about 20,000 kilodalton, whereas other soluble fibers are only 6,000. They are a very small molecule. So when you take the small molecule polysaccharides, it passes through very quickly and ferment very quickly, and it produces more amount of gas, and that causes a flatulence and all. So it doesn't completely ferment. So the prebiotic effect is also less, and also because of as a consequence, the short chain production also will be less with those fibers. Whereas the PHGG as a medium chain, it travels to your body slowly and ferment a longer period time. Almost 48 hours it ferment in the gut system. It produces more amount of short chain fatty acids. So you can see on the right side, you can see the graph, in comparison to inulin. So sun fiber produces more amount of short chain fatty acids, all the acetate, propionate, butyrate. So this is one of the slides for comparison with the different fibers. So galactose and mannose composition by sun fiber is more affiliate to the butyrate producing bacteria. That means the butyrate producing bacteria, favorable feed is galactose and mannose, which is constituted in sun fiber. So whereas other fibers contain glucose or fructose, they are not affiliated to these butyrate producing bacteria. So even if you take these fibers, doesn't produce more amount of butyrate. You see, only sun fiber produce more amount of butyrate compared to other fibers. Okay, even because it's a medium chain and ferment for a longer period of time, it produces more amount of short chain fatty acid. Total short chain fatty acid content also low, high with the sun fiber. So that is the advantage. One is it is a butyrate booster. Second is more amount of short chain fatty acid, so that other short chain fatty acid functional also associated with the intake of the sun fiber. And in a clinical study also it's proven that sun fiber with just 6 grams per day, in a 2 weeks time, you can see the butyrate producing bacteria and bifidobacteria. The growth of the bacteria is significantly increased. So that means this is a bifidobacterium and butyrate producing bacteria. So sun fiber, I mean the PHG is the best among all the soluble fiber to produce more amount of butyrate, which is very important for the gut health. So now coming to the functional part of it. So sun fiber PHGG, we have done an animal study. So there we did damage to the epithelial cell layer, and we applied different fibers along with the PHGG and also its components like galactose and mannose. You can see clearly that other fibers doesn't have wound healing effects, whereas sun fiber and galactose and mannose have a direct effect on gut healing effect, epithelial cell healing effects. And also we have tested whether it is related to short chain fatty acids produced by the fibers or by itself. So in this study, we have compared sun fiber with different, short chain fatty acids. So sun fiber alone has a significant, gut healing effects, whereas even the other short chain fatty acid doesn't have except acetate. So only acetate as a short chain fatty acid some effect, but sun fiber alone as such has an effect on gut healing effects, wound healing effects in the gut. This is how sun fiber and as well as acetic acid, so that they have the gut healing effects. So even there is some kind of damage in the gut or gut leakage, sun fiber alone or acetate can have a healing effect, so the gut leakage can be prevented. This is another study where gut integrity we have observed. There is paracellular permeability, so which is damaged so that the gut leakage is happening there. The tight junction is broken, so the permeability is increased. When you add this PHGG, so the permeability control is very significantly increased. You can see there is no breakage here with sun fiber. So you can also protect the tight junction function so that gut leakage can be prevented by the sun fiber. So there is also, we have seen that there is a, the tight junction related, there is a protein which is oxidized so that it breaks down and so the gut leakage can happen. But the mechanism of action is some of the antioxidant function actually prevent this one. So when aspirin is given, so this permeability is increases because of the damage. But with sun fiber, it can be prevented. The coming to the next is, how the ileum and colitis and mucus layer as the improvement can be seen with sun fiber. After intake of the sun fiber, this is a normal diet. This is a liquid diet. Mostly it happens when the diarrheal conditions, this ileum gets shrink and the ileum can get damaged. But with PHGG, the ileum, the function and structure and the activity is normalized with the PHGG. And similarly, we have seen, so this is a control, the mucus layer you can see there, and this is a control and dietary fiber deficient diet. You see, the mucus layer is completely broken. So this is the condition where the diseases can happen at any time. So we have to prevent that. We have to keep that mucus layer protected, or if it possible, try to increase the mucus layer. So with the PHGG, there is a significant increase of the mucus layer on the epithelial cell line. So that means the penetration of the bacteria or pathogens are all completely prevented, gut leakage also prevented. And also we have observed, this is all published papers you can refer to, and this is the colitis. Colitis, this condition, so which is observed also with PHGG, significant improvement observed. So there are several studies. The intestinal inflammation also we have seen. There is a TNBS-induced colitis condition. The inflammation goes up, but with the sun fiber, with PHGG, the inflammation has gone down. And even this physically, their length is maintained, their functionality is maintained. So we have seen a couple of studies, case studies by inducing the colitis, either with TNBS or with the DSS. This is also colitis. Here also you can see the epithelial cells damage can be prevented there. And this is induced by DSS. The colitis again induced by DSS, and you can see that body weight gain is there, and the colon length is maintained, and the mucosal break ratio is completely significantly reduced. So you can see the histological photos also here. And now coming to we are also talking about the gut enzymes and digest enzymes we are talking about. The enzyme activities, these are all very important. And so this, they produce putrefacious products like ammonia, those things. So, so we have to control those things. So the people, this is a clinical study again. So before intake, after intake, 1 week, 2 weeks, there's a significant decrease in the precursor and indole production, also ammonia production. So this sun fiber intake is clearly, influencing on these enzymes so that putrefacious byproducts are not completely inhibited. And also we have seen in the mucus layer, there is the enzymes in the mucus layer also as significantly reduced. I don't know, some reason this, yeah. So this is a conventional feed, this is animal study. So conventional feed, these enzymes in the mucus layer, this is a normal condition, and this is a low residue rat diet. So all the enzymes have been inhibited, but whereas when it is taken with a low residue diet with PHGG, this again, restored. So the enzyme activity is restored. So the normal functionality has been done. And we also seen in a recent publication, there's sun fiber also affect very good effect on the SIBO, and this rifaximin normally is given as a treatment for the SIBO patients, but in this study they have combined with PHGG. The effect of the SIBO alleviation has been very well. Okay. So besides gut health, we also have digestive health benefits, and in diarrhea, even in infants, we have found very clearly that this works very well. So abdominal pain in IBS condition also significantly reduced, and we have also found some immunity function. This is 492 patients of CR ward, and their quality of life improvement, and GRS has also improved, and the constipation levels have been decreased. Similarly, we also found another study with 96 patients. So the incidence of influenza has significantly reduced. These are both done in Japan with long care centers. There are huge number of elderly persons living there. Caring those persons are very difficult. But after giving this sun fiber, so their digestive health has improved, gut health has been improved. So caretaking people have been very much benefited. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. T P Rao. Dr. Karthikeyan and Dr. Emilia, kindly please give a felicitate Dr. T P. Sir, please.